entered into the very center of our human life in a new and unexpected way. God entered as a newborn child, born as one of us. On this night, a night not of our making, holiness happened. God's love came to us as a gracious, free, and unbidden gift. So as we hear again the wondrous and timeless story of the birth, full of goodness and compelling mystery, for a moment, the whole world stops and gathers around to welcome this child, this helpless newborn baby Jesus, the center of the universe, the heart of the world, God with us and God for us, Emmanuel. The census taker is a man who, in a time of great unrest and uncertainty, thinks Caesar Augustus will bring peace with his armies and his force and his power. Yet only this child, Emmanuel, truly has the loving power to win and calm and heal and stretch the human heart. The innkeeper is running so fast, running and running, he has no time to stop, and so busy that he has no room in his inn or in his heart. And he almost misses his greatest joy. For only this child, God with us, can fulfill our heart's deepest desire for certain and everlasting peace. Joseph and Mary think of themselves as people of little importance, poor and ordinary. Yet God needs them to work his miracle, for their child Jesus, Emmanuel, is born for the sake of the whole world. The shepherds, people don't like them very much. They are the outcasts of society. But to them, the greatest mystery of all, the birth of this child, God with us, is first proclaimed. The sheep, how lost are they without a shepherd? Where do they go for green pastures? Who do they follow? Yet even they and all creation recognize this child as the Good Shepherd, Emmanuel, tending and restoring and guiding. The throngs of angels announce to the world, hark, listen, God is doing something new, something awesome and miraculous in this birth. Emmanuel, God with us. And what of you, the gathered faithful? Does your heart yearn for and hear the message of those angels? A message of great joy for all the people. For every one of you who is gathered here, for everyone who is gathered throughout the world, and even for those who have not, in the birth of this child into our worn and weary world, our loving God is with us. Yet this early yearly celebration of Jesus' birth is not like a birthday party, the anniversary of something that happened 2,000 or so years ago. Rather, it is the celebration of the birth of Jesus now, today and every day. The church testifies to the gracious birth of Christ into the marvel and mystery and vulnerability of our dangerous world now. As when people who know they are soon to die become more alive than they ever were when they were healthy. Or when those who deserve to feast on tears instead reach out in hope. When those who are deeply hurt again risk goodwill towards all people. The church testifies to the free gift of the birth of God into our worn and weary and warring world, wherever new life is born. When people cannot trust each other, risk trying and being honest. When enemies stop, even for only a moment of truth, and believe peace possible. When people who have taken each other for granted for years stretch their hearts and listen anew, really listen to one another for a change. Or when hearts, which are cold and frightened and full of hate, begin to thaw, forgive, or make a new start. Such unexpected and unexplained births touch human life daily and deeply. And they attest to the birthing power of God in our midst, the very same birth of new life that we celebrate tonight. For such births and the birth of Jesus Christ are seen as one, indeed are one. God with us and for us, bringing life, mysterious energy and goodness and peace and love that we cannot generate on our own or out of ourselves. A divine life which we can only welcome and draw near. So, for all who are faint of heart or fearful, do not be afraid. Draw near to welcome this child and give him your heart. For to come to him and to follow him, who is born this holy night, is to find coming to birth within ourselves something sturdier, deeper, and more courageous, something more peaceful and noble and just, something more compassionate and joyful, something holier and more gracious than ever could be or even imagined without him. This holy night, this silent night, draw near. Draw near to welcome this child. Draw near to welcome your God.